សួស្តីជំរាបសួរបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំនឹងបង្ហាញបងប្អូនពីរបៀបធ្វើប្រហិតសម្រាប់ដាក់សណ្តែកគួរឬក៏នំប៉័ងឬក៏បន្លែផ្សេងHello everyone, today I'm going to show you how you can make this meat spread. It's the one that I eat when I was younger, and today I'm going to share the recipe with you and show you step by step on how you can make a delicious meat spread. So you can put on bread, on long beans, and all sort of vegetable that you wish to put. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to show you all the ingredients. I'm going to turn the camera around. Okay, let's turn the camera around right here. I hope you could see all the ingredients that I prepared. So I'm going to show you all the ingredients. You know, you need ground pork, shrimp, green onion, fish sauce, ground pepper, salt, sugar, oyster sauce, garlic, oil, and the vegetable I'm using is the long beans and some bread, some eggplant. You also need some baking soda to make the meat like combined together, and also the cornstarch, or you could use tapioca starch. Okay, that's all the ingredients, and then also the ingredients that you can make the sauce. There's ingredients that you can make the sauce as well. These are the ingredients, and which I will show you a bit later. គ្រឿងដែលខ្ញុំនឹងធ្វើទឹកសៀងដើម្បីយើងជ្រលក់នឹងប្រហិតសណ្តែកគួរហើយនឹងប្រហិតនំប៉័ងអីហ្នឹងឥឡូវដាក់អាហ្នឹងទុកនៅឡែកសិនទៅមុនដំបូងយើងនឹងលាយសាច់ដើម្បីយើងយកសាច់ហ្នឹងទៅកិននេះជាគ្រឿងឥឡូវយើងមុនដំបូងមកអស់យើងនឹងលាយគ្រឿងនេះចូលគ្នាទាំងអស់ដើម្បីជាវិធីងាយស្រួលដើម្បីយើងអាចលាយវា So first we're going to mix all these ingredients in before we can start to do anything else. So first we'll need យើងនឹងលាយគ្រឿងផ្សំនឹងទាំងអស់ First we will need 2 tablespoons of cornstarch 2 ស្លាបព្រាបាយម្សៅឆាឬក៏ cornstarch ហើយបន្ទាប់មកយើងនឹងដាក់កន្លះស្លាបព្រាកាហ្វេ baking soda យើងនឹងធ្វើឲ្យសាច់នឹងឡើងឲ្យវាស្វិតល្អ half teaspoon baking soda. Okay, you put that in there. And then these are the ingredients that I prepared already. Sugar is half teaspoon. ស្ករកន្លះស្លាបព្រាកាហ្វេ អំបិលកន្លះស្លាបព្រាកាហ្វេ as well, half teaspoon. And fish sauce is 1 teaspoon. ទឹកត្រីខ្លាញ់ 1 tablespoon. Cooking oil 1 tablespoon. 1 ស្លាបព្រាបាយខ្លាញ់នេះជាម្រេចម៉ដ្ឋ the ground pepper half teaspoon. ខ្ទឹមនេះយើងនឹងដាក់ពាក់កណ្ដាលហើយពាក់កណ្ដាលទៀតយើងនឹងទុកយកវាទៅបលីងជាមួយនឹងធ្វើទឹកជ្រលក់ទឹកសៀង So this I'm going to use only half, the other half I'm going to save it so we can make the sauce for this meat spread later. Okay, and then you need your oyster sauce ហើយនឹងទឹកគ្រុំ 1 ស្លាបព្រាបាយយើងនឹងចាក់វាចូលទាំងអស់ឥឡូវគ្រឿងហ្នឹងយើងនឹងធ្វើឲ្យវាកូរវាឲ្យចូលគ្នា You can stir all these ingredients together, and after we're going to put it into the meat. And for the green onion, we'll put that straight into the meat, into the blender. So you will need a blender, and we will blend it for 1 minute. Okay, I have my blender ready. This blender here, I'm going to turn the camera up a little bit. ខ្ញុំនឹងបើកកាមេរ៉ាឡើងជាងលើបន្តិចហើយនេះជា blender របស់ខ្ញុំសាច់ហ្នឹងយើងនឹងដាក់ចូលវាទាំងអស់សាច់ហ្នឹងកន្លះគីឡូ This meat we're going to put ground pork 500 grams. And these are the ingredients that we mixed earlier. So this way, if you mix it this way, it's going to make like if you don't dissolve the cornstarch or the all the ingredients together when you put it in, the meat will not taste like equally the same, will not taste spread out evenly. So នៅពេលដែលយើងអត់បានលាយម្សៅហ្នឹងហើយយើងអត់លាយវាឲ្យសព្វហើយយើងចាក់វាចូលវានឹងមិនដូចថាកិនទៅវាអត់វាអត់សព្វគ្នាល្អវាអត់គ្រឿងហ្នឹងវាអត់ចូលសព្វគ្នាល្អដល់ពេលយើងធ្វើអញ្ចឹងវាស្រួល and then you can put all your green onion. Okay, now that you got all that, next we're going to blend it for 1 minute. យើងនឹងកិនវាក្នុងរយៈពេល1នាទី Get my blender out. I'm going to turn the camera up a little bit. So I'm going to turn it on. I'm not sure you can hear me, so we're going to blend it for 1 minute. I set the timer, so I'm going to blend it for 1 minute. Before then it's done. ប្រហែលជាបងប្អូនឮខ្ញុំអត់បានទេដូចខ្ញុំនិយាយអញ្ចឹងយើងនឹងកិនវាក្នុងរយៈពេល1នាទីឥឡូវចិត្តដល់ហើយ10វិនាទីទៀតចប់ហើយបងប្អូន ឥឡូវបានហើយ and that's it ឥឡូវវិធីដែលយើងកិនហ្នឹងសាច់ហ្នឹងឥឡូវនេះវាអញ្ចឹងវាស្អិតហើយវានឹងស្វិតល្អនៅពេលដែលយើងធ្វើអញ្ចឹងក៏បានដែរ so there's two choice that you can do. You can use the ground pork. Let's say you don't have a blender or a food processor. I'm going to turn the camera to me. Hello សួស្តីទាំងអស់គ្នា ខ្ញុំនឹងនិយាយថា if you want to blend the meat that I showed you earlier, if you want to use the ground pork and you don't have the blender or you don't have the food processor, you can use the ground pork and then put all the ingredients that I show you. You can put it straight in there and then stir it around till everything combined together. You can use your hand and then afterward for about couple minutes. If you use your hand, you may need take more time to combine all the ingredients together, and once that you got all the consistent like the firm texture, then it should be done. But I recommend it to use the blender or the food processor, then it will help to speed up the process. Okay, ឥឡូវយើងបើប៉ុណ្ណឹងបានហើយយើងនឹងចាប់ផ្ដើមកាត់បន្លែខ្លះហើយនឹងនំប៉័ងខ្ញុំនឹងបវល់កាមេរ៉ាម្ដងទៀត ឥឡូវយើងយកជ្រុញសូមទោសបងប្អូនខ្ញុំកំពុងតែយកយកកំបិតមកនេះឥឡូវកំបិតឥឡូវយើងនឹងទាញកាមេរ៉ាចុះមកវិញម្ដង I'm going to turn the camera down. Sorry guys. នេះជានំប៉័ងនេះយើងនឹងកាត់ បងប្អូនអាចប្រើនំប៉័ងរាងវែងក៏បានយើងយកមកហាន់យើងយកមកកាត់ជាពីរក៏បានហើយនេះជានំប៉័ងមូឲ្យតែវាដូចថាវាមានសបកហ្នឹងវារាងរឹងអញ្ចឹង so you can use any kind of bread. So this bread here you're going to cut it in half. You can use panini bread, you can use this kind. The whole purpose is like you wanted something firm on the outside, the bread that you're going to choose, because when you're going to fry it, because these we're going to deep fry them. When we deep fry them, this area, that is the area where we're going to put the meat spread, and the oil will not absorb in here, which because this part here, well I mean it will absorb but not as much because this part will help protect not to absorb too much oil. នៅពេលដែលយើងជ្រើសរើសនំប៉័ងបែបនេះវានឹងការពារកុំឲ្យខ្លាញ់នឹងវាជក់ចូលក្នុងនំប៉័ងហ្នឹងឥឡូវនំប៉័ងនេះយើងកាត់ជាពីរខ្ញុំមាននំប៉័ង3នេះយើងអាចកាត់វាជាពីរអញ្ចឹងទៅកបិតត្រូវតែមុតបន្តិចកបិតនេះដូចកាត់ទៅខូចនំប៉័ងអស់ You want to choose a really sharp knife. Okay បន្ទាប់ពីយើងកាត់អញ្ចឹងហើយយើងទុកមួយចំហៀងទៅហើយសណ្តែកគួរនេះបងប្អូនលាងទឹកហើយបងប្អូនយកមកកាត់ប្រហែលជា 3 ថ្នាំងដៃ3ថ្នាំងដៃយើងអញ្ចឹងទៅយើងកាត់វាជាទៅវែងអញ្ចឹង3ថ្នាំងដៃ4ថ្នាំងដៃក៏បានដែរសណ្តែកគួរហ្នឹងយើងនឹងយកវាទៅរុំ so for this long beans you can clean it and after I always cut it because you know you can cut about 2.5 inches long okay that is done and then as for the eggplant oops I dropped something for the eggplant I use 1 eggplant here you can slice I will show you ខ្ញុំនឹងកាត់វាខ្ញុំប្រើត្រប់មួយដើម្បីដាក់យើងកាត់វាជាមួយចំហៀងអញ្ចឹងទៅ you can slice it at an angle like this and these are the 3 vegetables that I'm using I mean 2 vegetables that I'm using and the bread នេះជាបន្លែពីរមុខបន្លែសណ្តែកគួរហើយនិងបន្លែត្រប់ឥឡូវយើងទុកវាមួយចំហៀងអញ្ចឹងទៅ you can put shrimps or a lot or less it's up to you យើងដាក់បកាច្រើនតិចតាមចំណងចំណូលចិត្តខ្ញុំបានហាន់ខ្លះហើយដើម្បីកុំឲ្យវាយូរពេកនៅពេលដែលយើងហាន់ដដែលអញ្ចឹងឥឡូវយើងនឹងខ្ញុំនឹងហាន់វាអញ្ចឹងយើងនឹងដាក់លើសាច់ដែលយើងកិនហើយហ្នឹង so this shrimp here this what we're going to put on the top of the shrimp paste the meat paste that we just combine together or blend together កាត់អញ្ចឹងទៅកាត់វាជាដុំកុំឲ្យវាម៉ត់ពេកនៅពេលដែលយើងចៀនយើងនឹងឃើញសាច់បកាហ្នឹង so don't cut it too small because when you put it in the meat spread then at least you will see some shrimp that is on the top okay now that's done let me wash my hand ឥឡូវយើងអានឹងបានហើយបន្ទាប់មកខ្ញុំនឹងបង្ហាញបងប្អូនដាក់ពីរបៀបដូចថាយើងដាក់អានឹងលាបវាអញ្ចឹង so I'm going to show you how you can put them together let me wash my hand យើងដៃតិចសិនមកឥឡូវដើរទៅយកស្អីបន្តិចជាមួយខ្ញុំ let's walk a little bit let's walk ដើរទៅយកស្រោមដៃដើម្បីពាក់កុំឲ្យវាប្រឡាក់វាញ៉ៃញ៉ៃច្រើននៅពេលដែលយើង live ម្នាក់ឯងយើងត្រូវតែដើរចុះដើរឡើងសួស្តីសុខសប្បាយទាំងអស់គ្នាបងប្អូនខ្ញុំដើរបាទសាច់អូពិតជារញ៉េរញ៉ៃមែនខ្ញុំត្រូវការចានមួយទៀតសុំទោសបងប្អូន I need another bowl that I can take the meat spread out អត់ទាន់បានដួសអាសាច់ហ្នឹងចេញពីក្នុងកន្លែងកិនហ្នឹងផងអូខេកាន់ចុះកាន់ឡើងសុំទោសនេះឥឡូវ sorry guys នេះជាសាច់ដែលយើងបានកិនហើយឥឡូវខ្ញុំនឹងដួសវាមកដាក់ក្នុងចាន I'm going to put it in this bowl for now I'm only going to take it out a little bit to show you guys so this way it's not going to take way so much time ខ្ញុំនឹងដាក់វានៅក្នុងចានហ្នឹងវាប្រើពេលវេលារៀងដូចថាយូរដើម្បីឆ្កឹះអាសាច់ហ្នឹងចេញវារញ៉េរញ៉ៃដូច្នេះខ្ញុំយកចេញតែបន្តិចទេបើយកចេញអត់បានច្រើនឥឡូវយើងបើកខ្លាញ់ដើម្បីឲ្យក្តៅបន្តិចយើងនឹងចាប់ផ្ដើមខ្ញុំនឹងពាក់ស្រោមដៃ so okay the part យើងនឹងលាបសាច់ហ្នឹងនៅលើនេះ I'm going to show you how to put the meat on the bread and put on the long beans and the eggplant but first I will put half of the shrimp and then the other half I'm going to save it for the other for the one that is in the blender in the food processor ខ្ញុំនឹងដាក់បកាចូលតែពាក់កណ្ដាលទេឃើញបងប្អូនឃើញអត់បកាហ្នឹងដូចវាមានដុំអញ្ចឹងនៅពេលដែលវាដុំអញ្ចឹងនៅពេលដែលយើងយកទៅចៀនហ្នឹងវាឃើញសាច់បកាផង You can mix them together យើងនឹងចាប់ផ្ដើមជាមួយនឹងនំប៉័ងមុននំប៉័ងពាក់កណ្ដាលអញ្ចឹងបន្ទាប់មកយើងនឹងដួសមួយស្លាបព្រាអញ្ចឹង លាយបកាមួយអីចឹងទៅand យើងនឹង so this is bread so we're going to scoop 1 tablespoon and then after spread in whichever way you like, right? The point is to spread it on here so you have the bread and the meat. That's why I named this. When I just came out with this recipes and I wasn't sure what name to give because in Cambodian we call it prohat sandai cua, prohat numpang anh chang á. And then so we came up with the name, we call it meat spread because it's a spread that you can put on any kind of meat, any kind of vegetable or bread you like, right? So that is the meat, that for the bread. So there's another one, I'll show you two. I'm going to do all the bread and the eggplant down. So you can have a separate tray on the side ដើម្បីយើងដាក់ចូលក្នុងហ្នឹងណាមានថាសអីមួយដើម្បីយើងដាក់ហើយឥឡូវខ្ញុំនឹងលាបនេះជាត្រប់បងប្អូនអាចលាបលើត្រប់ក៏បានដែរហើយដាក់មួយទៀតទៅ See, this is the eggplant. You can do the same to the eggplant and it will stick to the eggplant because right now this meat spread is really sticky ហើយកុំភ័យថាវាអត់ជាប់នឹងដូចថាទ្រាប់នឹងអីចឹងសាច់ហ្នឹងឥឡូវស្អិតដូច្នេះវានឹងជាប់ឥឡូវខ្ញុំធ្វើតែ2ទេទ្រាប់ហ្នឹងឥឡូវនេះជាសណ្តែកគួរយើងដាក់3សណ្តែកគួរយើងទៅ so this is long beans you can put them 3 like this and with the long bean you need to put some oil យើងត្រូវតែដាក់ខ្លាញ់ជាមួយនឹងសណ្តែកគួរហ្នឹងបើមិនយើងអត់ដាក់វានឹងជាប់មែនតើយើងផ្ដិតខ្លាញ់ដាក់លើដៃយើងខ្លះទៅនៅពេលដែលយើងធ្វើសណ្តែកគួរហ្នឹងវាអត់ជាប់យើងយក3ដើម so you can put some oil so it doesn't spread to you stuck to your hand and now you can start to spread this you can use your hand to mold it យើងប្រើដៃយើងដើម្បីច្របាច់អញ្ចឹងទៅដើម្បីឲ្យសាច់ហើយដោយសារយើងមានខ្លាញ់ជាប់ដៃអញ្ចឹងវានឹងមិនស្អិតទេនេះឥឡូវយើងនេះអញ្ចឹងណាឥឡូវយើងធ្វើប្រហែលជា2 3ទៀតយើងនឹងចាប់ផ្ដើមចៀនឥឡូវខ្ញុំកំពុងតែបើកខ្លាញ់បើកភ្លើងខ្លាញ់ឲ្យវាក្តៅ Right now I'm just turning on the cooking oil so it's hot so we can start to fry them right away. You can scoop it and put straight on here but you have to use your hand to guide it. យើងអាចដួសមកដាក់លើដៃអញ្ចឹងហើយយើងច្របាច់សាច់ហ្នឹងឲ្យវាជាប់នៅលើសណ្តែកគួរហ្នឹងទៅនេះឥឡូវបានហើយខ្ញុំមិនI'm not going to finish this because I have something set on the side for you already because I have made this prior to showing you this I have a whole set of all the things that I finished so ខ្ញុំនឹងមិនធ្វើទាំងអស់ទេខ្ញុំនឹងបង្ហាញបងប្អូននេះតែននេះជាប្រហិតដែលហើយនឹងដែលខ្ញុំបានធ្វើទុករួចស្រេចហើយ so this is the one that I prepare and prep it already so then it doesn't take so much time for me to put the spread and it become all boring so the next step is super easy right now I'm going to take off my gloves ហើយ step បន្ទាប់ងាយស្រួលបំផុតយើងនឹងយកដូចថាយើងបានដាក់ប្រហិតនៅលើនំប៉័ងអីចឹងយើងនឹងយកវាទៅចៀនតែម្ដងអូខេមកឥឡូវយើងដើរបន្តិចទៅយើងនឹងដើរទៅកន្លែងចៀនយើងកំពុងតែបើកភ្លើងឲ្យវាក្តៅហើយនៅពេលដែលយើងធ្វើអានេះយើងត្រូវតែត្រៀមទាំងអស់បើសិនជាមិនត្រៀមទេការធ្វើហ្នឹងវានឹងយូរមែនតើ nè lấy hạt nắng dương đặt lư nồng pang dương đặt lư sợi đai cua dương do mà rung chủng môi nâng sợi đai cua hay nâng hạt đại dương chiên nắng dương đặt lên lư drop của miền đáy rồi trái dương nâng chập đam chiến the oil to get hot maybe for about 1 more minute. I like to test the oil. Sometimes I like to put a little piece of meat in. Let me find a spoon or something. Chúng ta dương ai test mới thà khăn nhưng việc đào trắng á dương ai đã sạch cho anh tí tới. Bởi vì toàn bắp bú việc toàn cái đào này. Dương ai bật phượng khăn chỉ nâng tích. Tạm bởi ở việc đào thấy dương bật thôi phượng. Okay, there's some bubbles. That is a sign that this oil is hot enough for us to fry this. Nó bây giờ bật bút lang trắng mà này tha chia sẻ nhà để dương ai chiên và hạt năng ba này vì đôi tha vì cái đáy á, khăn cái đáy á, bật bút trắng á. Cái lấy dương chập đam chiên hay một là bông bằng ó dương đangខ្ញុំនឹងប្រវាយកាមេរ៉ាទៅបើកកន្លែងភ្លើងដើម្បីបងប្អូនអាចមើលយើងនឹងបន្ថយភ្លើងទៅភ្លើងដូចប្រហាក្រោម9ក្រោមលេខ9បន្តិចយើងមិនអាចដូចថាជៀនវាភ្លើងតិចពេកទេ you have to turn the lower the heat to just under 9 so that way the when you fry it it's not going to when you fry it's not going to absorb the oil. Okay, first we're going to fry the bread first. So you know what, the camera, it's like you cannot even see. Okay, we're going to fry the bread first. So first you got to put this bread here. I'm trying to see an angle where I can see can show you that it's not too shiny. Now công bự mình tên là bây giờ dương đặt sạch năng chiến á dương năng chiến dương năng cả lắp sạch năng cho năng là bay sạch năng ao which ấn hàng crown. We're going to put it down in the oil, and the oil when it's hot after you lower the heat you're going to drop it down, and then you're going to put it upside down like that. So because the meat will take longer to get brown and take longer to cook, so you're going to put it down like that. Dương đang chiên bía để khang sạch món dương đang đặt bía sạch trộn trắng hay đạp bay ảo sạch năng vì chân sạch năng vì prape về lìa dú chiên nó về để dương chiên á ảo vì trái không. So this way is to prevent the meat not being cooked evenly through the meat inside. So with my pot I'm going to do 5, and with each time that you fry this you will need 3 minutes. So 2 minutes on the meat, and then when you flip it up you're going to do another minute. Pe về lia rồi dặn pe là dương chiên nắng á dương đừng chiên pi này tíខ្ញុំនឹងដាក់ម៉ោងវា I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes. I always set the timer every time I cook things because sometimes when you get carried away you forget about it. So you're going to cook it 2 minutes in the bottom face, the meat facing down, and then the other 2 minutes backward, right? When you flip it, dương đừng chiên vía khang crown nắng á, pi nè tí hơi nâng dương tự lọc vía, dương đừng chiên vía môi nè tí tiết ao nấm pang nâng việc cream và phần nâng bàn này. Right now we just waiting. Lấy dương còn tại chạm té cái lại ní vía boring mình tên. This part is super boring, guys. We just waiting for this to get brown. Dương lấy tâm tại ban môi nè tí tế được chứ dương bảo vỡ nè môi after 1 minute môi nè tí việc bàn chân á việc toàn cho ăn này tụi bây giờ mơ tới đôi cho ăn chân bàn tay dương đăng thao việc cho ăn không mình đặc bây ở việc cho ba mẹ tên thao việc cho ăn khang không trắng dương từ tại chiên việc ở ban pi nè tí. Hello, we are ban pinati high. So now it's 2 minutes. Now we're going to flip it back and see how brown, how perfectly it turned brown. We're going to flip it back. Dương hello, but top pinati. Hello, we វាពណ៌ក្រហមអញ្ចឹងខំព្រឿងអញ្ចឹងឥឡូវយើងនឹងចៀនវា1នាទីទៀតត្រឡប់ខាងអញ្ចឹងហើយបន្ទាប់មកអាហ្នឹងហើយបើន័យថាអាហ្នឹងចប់ចាំប្រហែលជា30វិនាទីទៀត so about 30 more second guys 30 more second and then this meat spread on the bread should be done បន្ទាប់ពី30វិនាទីទៀតសាច់ដែលយើងប្រហិតដែលយើងមកដាក់លើនំប៉័ងចៀនហ្នឹងវានឹងឆ្អិនហើយអូឥឡូវឮសលេងហ៎មិញដូចយើងក្លាប់វា okay this is done and in the case that you want it more browner you can but you can do this and then after you can fry it to this point. Let's say you want to warm it up in the toaster or your toaster oven. You can fry not too brown and then you can take it out. And then that way it's not going to be too brown after. So that is done. So we're going to take it out. ឥឡូវវាឆ្អិនហើយយើងនឹងយកវាចេញមកដាក់នៅលើថាសនេះយើងយកវាមកដាក់លើថាសនឹងអញ្ចឹងទៅ Take it out to let it cool down in this rack here. You know what? Flip it down so the oil drip down. ក្លាប់វាចុះដើម្បីខ្លាញ់នឹងឲ្យវាចុះទៅក្រោមអញ្ចឹងណា Okay. ឥឡូវយើងនឹងចៀនផ្សេងទៀតយើងនឹងចៀនត្រប់ដូចគ្នាត្រប់ហ្នឹងយើងនឹងក្លាប់វាចុះដូចគ្នា So this eggplant you're going to do the same technique. You're going to cook it meat facing down. ដាក់សាច់ដាក់ចូលហើយនឹងយើងនឹងចាប់ផ្ដើមដាក់ timer នៅពេលដែលយើងដាក់ហើយ We're going to set the timer after we drop all this in and with the long beans as well សណ្តែកគួរផងដែរខ្ញុំនឹងដាក់លាយជាមួយគ្នាហើយសណ្តែកគួរនេះនៅពេលដែលយើងដាក់ចូលវានឹងលិចចុះ and with this long we're going to cook the long bean as well and with this long beans the minute you drop it in it sink to the bottom and as it start to cook it will float up នៅពេលដែលយើងដាក់សណ្តែកគួរនឹងចុះវានឹងលិចចុះហើយនៅពេលដែលវាជិតឆ្អិនវានឹងចាប់ផ្ដើមបណ្ដែតឡើងឥឡូវយើងនឹងដាក់ timer យើងនឹងដាក់ម៉ោងវា3នាទី I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes again Ooh. ខ្ទាត is splashing So we're going to fry this for 3 more minutes. For 3 minutes in total. So like I said, this it starts to brown up soon. We'll flip it down. It doesn't take that long to cook this, and then you want to make sure that the cooking oil is hot, right? It's not on low heat when you fry this because the oil will absorb to the eggplant. But you know, this dish is not something that you're going to eat all the time, but it's a special dish. This is the dish that is what we eat in Cambodia. This is a street food that you would see it on the street in the street market. And you can check if it's brown, it's not brown enough, so because it haven't been 2 minutes yet. And as you can see, this beans and the meat, it actually float up because that means it's almost cooked. សណ្តែកគួរហ្នឹងវាអណ្ដែតឡើងអញ្ចឹងបានន័យថាវាជិតឆ្អិនហើយបងប្អូនមើលឥឡូវនេះឥឡូវវាបាន2នាទីហើយឥឡូវយើងត្រឡប់វាត្រឡប់ត្រប់ហ្នឹង so after 2 minutes now you can flip this you can flip the eggplant back this is the last batch we're going to fry to show you and as for the eggplant I think it's done the eggplant you don't even necessary to fry it for a complete 3 minutes you can gauge and see I'm going to take it out because I don't want it to stay in there too long. But the meat with the long bean, you can let it stay in there longer. I'm going to take it out. យើងអាចដួសត្រប់ហ្នឹងចេញមកបាន so 3 នាទីដឹងតែឆ្អិន 3 នាទីដឹងតែឆ្អិនហើយ every 3 minutes you guarantee that it's done. See, I set the timer. You can hear that. I'm gonna let this brown a little bit longer. After 3 minutes, you know that the meat will cook through already. But just in the case that you want it more browner, then you can leave it in there. You can leave to get it to the color that you like, more browner. ដូចក្នុងលក្ខណៈដែលបងប្អូនដូចចង់ជៀនឲ្យវាក្រៀមជាងនឹងបន្តិចបន្ទាប់ពី3នាទីដឹងឲ្យវាឆ្អិនហើយប៉ុន្តែបើសិនជាបងប្អូនចង់ឲ្យវាក្រៀមជាងហ្នឹងបងប្អូនអាចទុកជៀនទៅដើម្បីឲ្យវាក្រៀមបងប្អូនចូលចិត្តក្រៀមជាងហ្នឹងឥឡូវប៉ុណ្ណឹងបានហើយខ្ញុំនឹងដួសវាឡើងទាំងអស់ហើយឥឡូវប៉ុណ្ណឹងឯងថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំជៀនតែប៉ុណ្ណឹងទេខ្ញុំត្រូវជៀនច្រើនណាប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំនឹងជៀនតែប៉ុណ្ណឹងទេ Today I'm going to fry a lot of them. I'm actually making a lot of them, but I'm not going to stay here and let you guys watch me frying this super boy. Oh! Put this back in here to kill the germ. Đã trôi. Cảm ơn đam bây cái đai khoanh cái đai sầm lấp mê rột lên chào. Ok. ឥឡូវរបៀបធ្វើប្រហិតសណ្តែកគួរប្រហិតនំប៉័ងអីឥឡូវបានចប់ហើយ Make the sauce as well. You can eat it straight like that, but I'm going to show you how you can make the sauce as well. I already prepare all the ingredients, and let's do this. Let me clean the surface. សម្អាតកន្លែងនេះបន្តិចដើម្បីកុំខ្ញុំនឹងបង្ហាញបងប្អូនពីរបៀបធ្វើទឹកសៀង Okay, I'm going to Sorry guys, I still have to set up my stove. កំពុងតែ set up កន្លែងធ្វើនេះចក្រានបងប្អូនមើលឃើញអត់ឥឡូវដាក់កាមេរ៉ាវាឡើងខ្ពស់បន្តិច I'm going to set the area where I'm going to show you next. I'm going to show you how you can make the sauce to put in the meat spread. We go turn on the heat, and next we'll put some cooking oil. You can put 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. And next we'll fry some garlic. Oopsie. យើងនឹងបន្ទាប់ពីខ្លាញ់នឹងក្តៅយើងនឹងជៀនយើងនឹងដាក់ខ្ទឹមចូល After the oil is hot, we're going to put the garlic. នៅពេលដែលខ្លាញ់នឹងក្តៅយើងនឹងដាក់វាចូលយើងនឹងដាក់ខ្ទឹមសហ្នឹងដែលយើងចិញ្ច្រាំឲ្យម៉ត់ហ្នឹងយើងត្រូវដាក់ខ្ទឹមចិញ្ច្រាំហ្នឹងហើយនឹងខ្ទឹមក្រហម You're going to put some red onion and the garlic that you chop, you mince. Okay, let's see. Let's test it out. យើងសាកមើលថាវាក្តៅនៅអូក្តៅហើយចាក់ដាក់ចូលឥឡូវនៅភ្លើងខ្លាំងទេយើងអត់បន្ថយភ្លើងទេឥឡូវជៀនមកយើងឆាជាមួយនឹងខ្ទឹមក្រហមនេះ You can put it together with the red onion or shallot. In a way, this is shallot, but some of us may not know what shallot is. But បន្ទាប់ពីយើងលីងវាឲ្យវាឈ្ងុយអញ្ចឹងតិចហើយយើងនឹងដាក់ចូល This is hoisin sauce, half a cup. នេះជាទឹកសៀងម៉ត់កន្លះពែងរបស់បារាំង This is hoisin sauce, half a cup, and you can put some water in here, and you need to add 1 cup of water. But this is the 1 cup of water. You can add a bit in here to kind of clean this out. You can put some water so that way it doesn't get burned in the bottom. យើងដាក់ទឹកចូលបន្តិចទៅដើម្បីកុំឲ្យវាខ្លោចបាតណា pan. And right away ហើយបន្ទាប់មកយើងដាក់ទឹកមួយ pan ហ្នឹងប្រហែលជា250 milliliter. It's about 250 milliliter of water or 1 cup, right? It's splashed all over. Let me clean this area. វាប្រឡាក់ខ្ទៀតណាហើយបន្ទាប់ពីយើងដាក់អាហ្នឹងហើយយើងកូរឲ្យវាលាយចូលគ្នាហើយ after you dissolve the water and the hoisin sauce together, you will need vinegar, white vinegar, 4 tablespoons. You can put a bit more if you like, a bit more sour, but I'm going to put only this much. នេះជាទឹកខ្មេះ4ស្លាបព្រាបាយឬក៏ស្មើនឹង60 ml. កូរចូលគ្នាអញ្ចឹងសប់ទៅឲ្យវាយើងដាំវាឲ្យពុះ so you're going to bring it to boil, and after it boil, then the sauce that we're going to use for the meat spread is done. This is the memory that I have every time I make meat spread. I think the reason I try to figure out the recipe how to make the meat spread, this is the meat spread. The reason I try to figure out to make the meat spread is because that's what I used when I used to eat when I was younger, when I was like it's a street food. នេះជាម្ហូបដែលខ្ញុំចូលចិត្តញ៉ាំនៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំនៅក្មេងណាបងប្អូនខ្ញុំដឹងថាបងប្អូនក៏ចូលចិត្តញ៉ាំដែរប៉ុន្តែដឹងថាម្ហូបហ្នឹងនៅពេលដែលយើងញ៉ាំច្រើនក៏វាអត់ healthy ដែរក៏វាអត់ល្អចំពោះសុខភាពយើងដែរប៉ុន្តែយើងបើសិនយើងអាចញ៉ាំបានធ្វើញ៉ាំបាននៅផ្ទះវាល្អជាងដោយថាយើងទៅញ៉ាំនៅក្រៅនៅកន្លែងនេះអញ្ចឹងពីព្រោះយើងអត់ដឹងថាគេដាក់គ្រឿងអីខ្លះទេប៉ុន្តែបើសិនជាយើងអាចដឹងថាយើងដាក់គ្រឿងដែលយើងចង់ញ៉ាំល្អចូលអាហ្នឹងវាអត់អីទេវាមានសុខភាពល្អជាង Okay, it's boiling now. I'm going to turn it off. ឥឡូវហើយយើងនឹងចាក់វាចូលនៅក្នុងចានខ្ញុំនៅឯណា I will needមានចានអីដើម្បីយើងចាក់ចូល This one is done. I'm going to put on the side, move this a little bit, move it away a little bit. សុំទោសបងប្អូនខ្ញុំរៀបចំនេះបន្តិចឥឡូវវាហើយវីដេអូដែលខ្ញុំបង្ហាញបងប្អូនហ្នឹងឥឡូវខ្ញុំដើរទៅយកចានតិចសិនចានដើម្បីចាក់អាហ្នឹងចូលយកចានសួស្ដីសុខសប្បាយទាំងអស់គ្នាឥឡូវយើងយកយើងនឹងចាក់អានេះហ្នឹងចូលមកអូឥឡូវកាមេរ៉ានេះរញ៉ាយមែនណានេះទឹកសៀងដែលយើងបានធ្វើហើយឥឡូវយើងដាក់នៅក្នុងចាននេះទៅអូ done ឡើយទឹកសៀងហ្នឹងយើងបានធ្វើហើយជូតកន្លែងនេះបន្តិចសិនវាក៏ក្រិច clean this a little bit and I'm going to show you this is what we're going to eat with. So the sauce here, this is what we're going to eat with. The meat spread that is on the bread, wrap around the long beans. I'm gonna flip this over because I do it that way so the oil drain out. នេះជាប្រហិតដែលយើងអាចញ៉ាំជាមួយនឹងទឹកសៀងហ្នឹងមកឥឡូវយើងទៅអង្គុយកន្លែងនោះទាំងអស់គ្នាយើងទៅអង្គុយ I'm going to walk to the table. I will need សុំទោសខ្ញុំដើរចុះដើរឡើងដើម្បីខ្ញុំអាចទៅយកអាហ្នឹងទៅដាក់នៅលើតុដើម្បីអាចញ៉ាំបាន Ô, mỗi này dương đặt cà phê cùng áo bia đai khôi tộc mà lấy dương bài camera nó cao mình tích là bây dương ai mới tha này chia hết để dương bàn thớ bóng ôn mơ khơi nhót this turn the camera here so you can see này chia hết sần đáy cối hết đồng pang ấy nắng dương bàn chiên đuôi tháoហើយនេះជាទឹកសៀងដែលយើងនឹងយកមកជ្រលក់ Okay, we're going to eat. Turn the camera. Susday. Hello. So this is the meat spread that is wrapped around the long beans. You can put the sauce. You can put the sauce on top. I'm going to put it here so it doesn't. And now you can taste it. Này chia nấm băng. Này chia drop. Okay, my video that I show you how you can make the meat spread that you can put on the bread, put on the long beans or eggplant. Now this video is done, and if you like to rewatch this video, you have to rewatch it. You can rewatch this video and you can fast forward whichever part that you don't like to see is too long or it's the same repetitive thing that you wish to fast forward. And I would like to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next live video. And if you are looking to make this meat spread, I have a recipe on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. It's like step by step. It's easier than when you watch live video because it's going to be longer, because I'm going to condense all the information where you can follow, make it easy. It actually older video, you may have to scroll down. It probably in the category of the playlist. I mean, in the Khmer street food. You can check that out. ខ្ញុំសូមអរគុណបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាដែលបានទស្សនាវីដេអូខ្ញុំហើយខ្ញុំក៏សូមប្រាប់បងប្អូនថាបើសិនជាបងប្អូនចង់តាមដានខ្ញុំតាម YouTube ឬក៏ Instagram ក៏បានដែរប៉ុន្តែបើសិនជាបងប្អូនចង់រៀនធ្វើម្ហូបមុខមួយនេះប្រហិតដើម្បីដាក់យើងអាចដាក់លើនំប៉័ងឬក៏សណ្តែកគួយអញ្ចឹងបងប្អូនអាចមើលវីដេអូដែលខ្ញុំបានចម្រាញ់ clip សំខាន់ដែលបងប្អូនអាចទស្សនាបានបងប្អូនអាចមើលហើយធ្វើតាមបានហើយធានាថារូបមន្តដែលខ្ញុំបានចែករំលែកជាមួយបងប្អូនហ្នឹងវាឆ្ងាញ់ហើយបងប្អូនអាចធ្វើនៅផ្ទះបានញ៉ាំយើងមិនបាច់ទិញនៅផ្សារក៏បានដែរយើងដូចថាយើងអាចដឹងថាយើងអាចដាក់អីនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងនៅក្នុងផ្សារនៅពេលដែលយើងទៅទិញចង្ការយើងអត់ដឹងថាគេដាក់អីគ្រឿងអីខ្លះនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងដូច្នេះវិធីដែលខ្ញុំបង្ហាញបងប្អូនហ្នឹងវាងាយស្រួលហើយបងប្អូនអាចធ្វើបានញ៉ាំនៅផ្ទះជាមួយនឹងគ្រួសារ Okay, thank you all so much for watching. អរគុណបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាម្ដងទៀតដែលបានជួយគាំទ្រហើយនឹងសង្ឃឹមថានឹងជួបបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នានៅថ្ងៃក្រោយទៀត Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye bye.